Alright guys, welcome back to Casey's Crazy Ideas. It's windy out here, so hopefully the audio comes in pretty well for you guys. So I'll do a video of the car trailer and maybe a couple glimpses of the utility trailer, which is, smaller. That's about it. So let's get started. Try and shrink you guys up on the tripod here. But here she is. Or it is. It's Appalachian's 20-foot car trailer, car hauler. It is 75 inches wide between the wheel wells, up on the deck. It's up in there. And then it's ready for 12,000 gross, 10,000 on deck. And we did a bunch of stuff to it ourselves. So hang on here, I'm going to shrink you guys up. Move you guys around. Hold on. You guys might hear this in the video, so I'll talk for that. We'll head to the back. So back here, we got the reverse backup lights in here, so when you put your car in reverse, they turn on. You have to wire that in. It doesn't come in the harness by itself, or rephrase that. It's in the harness, but you have to wire it like into the 7-pin and tie that into your truck, because that wire isn't actually tied in on the truck side. I think it's a purple wire or something you have to do your own, which is fine. Didn't take long. But we have the backup lights, we have these ratchet strap pieces here, so when you put the car ramps on, they don't fly off. Because sometimes you're loading on uneven ground, and we've had them launch more than once. So these ratchet straps work well. Typical strap, ran a bolt through it. Nothing fancy. We got the license plate light, the 3 lights across the middle, which you have to have. Just because of how wide it is. The ramps are behind these doors. Uh-oh. Hello. Sorry about that, guys. Where are we? Oh, yeah, it's got the lights and the stickers. I did repaint this trailer last year, put all new DOT stickers, stuff on it. On the back we have this reverse. We put this D-ring for reverse pull for the winch. We added additional D-rings down the deck, because I believe it only came with 8, and then we added, I think we have a total of 12 now. And then we have the side pockets with the rub rails, the little step pieces on the fenders. These are the heavy duty fenders, not those typical ones that have the hoops. You got the actual trailer tires on here, not the one that comes with the car tires, because sometimes you can get those and you don't want that. They just don't handle well. They're both braking axles. We do need to service them here probably this year. Hopefully this coming month we'll do it, pull the hubs off and make sure the brakes and everything are okay. It hasn't moved in a long time. I haven't needed it, so everything's probably going to be sticky and grabby. So I'm thinking about just hooking it up one day and just take it for a drive just to get it all moving. Maybe we'll just try and do a load of something too, who knows. And on the front here we added additional lights to the side, because when you make a turn or it's at nighttime, it's harder to see it with just that one corner light. So we added those. And you get a lot of the stuff on eTrailer.com or Amazon. They have a wide range of things for your trailers, whether it's car trailer, hauling, your trucks. It's all supposed to be all DOT compliant, but always check that before you buy it. You guys don't hold me to that. The frame is 6 inches thick. It's got 3C channel for the cross bracings. Trying to see you guys under there. Oh, up in there. we went with the steel deck. You can get a wood deck, but I like my steel decks. And then they have this plate that's a triangular plate under here, because when they put this bend here, it kind of weakens it. So this extra piece sticking out is actually about 6 inches wide underneath here to help support it. And then they added this plating around here, which I kind of like. So it won't bend. Obviously, just keep up on your rust, keep it painted, keep it coated. It'll be here for a long time. You know, we've had it, I don't know, 5-6 years, and quite frankly, you almost wouldn't know. I mean, there are spots on it, the paint's faded, but it works well. Then up top here, behind our spare tire, we got a winch in here. It's a 12,000 pound Harbor Freight. And worked well. Still works just fine. We added in the wireless controller in here, and then this is the disconnect for the winch. The battery we got to replace. You know, you only run them so long. You got many years out of it. It was a Tractor Supply, I believe Exide or something. So we gotta get a new one. You know, we added a light which works off that battery. And then in here we have the switches for the deck lighting, the reverse lights, we can manually turn them on. And then I think the final switch goes to that light, or I tried to figure that out yesterday too. Not positive anymore. I think there's another set of lights we had on here too at one point maybe. But so that's pretty much this half. There is a fuse box in here. You can get those at a local parts store. Holds 6 fuses. You got a relay. And that, I don't think that powers the fuse box. That goes to somebody else. This is an aluminum box from Tractor Supply. There's a train coming. We upgraded our box in there. And we upgraded this as well. Because the one that came from the factory was kind of, we did not like, it wasn't sealed up enough, had problems. So we changed that out. The chains are the same. As far as our safety goes, we did this here, spit you guys out. We took the ball, cut the stud off. I mean, you can still steal a trailer no matter what. You can make it very difficult for a person, but at the end of the day, if they want it, they'll take it. Now this trailer is by Appalachians in Salem, Ohio. They don't do enclosed yet. They're talking about it. But if you want a utility trailer, car trailer, deck over, I do recommend going to them. We've never had a problem. Both our trailers are from them. This crank we bought, I believe we got it either on E-Trailer or Tractor Supply or something. It's 2,000 or 2,500 pound rated, because their little hand jack that swings up didn't last us a week. When you got a truck on here, or pretty close to max weight, generally you're supposed to unload them, but sometimes you can't. That jack did not like it. So we put this one on here, the adjustable leg, works great. Fully greasable. I do recommend keeping everything greased and lubricated. On this side of the box we have D-rings, our chains, the ratchet binders. Most of this is Harbor Freight based, and their quality on the stuff isn't bad. It works well. Never had a problem. The straps, the axle straps and stuff, that was all E-Trailer. They have to make sure it has the sticker on there for the in case you were to get stopped. Some of these are kind of getting rubbed off now. That's one big thing when you're hauling a vehicle and you get stopped by somebody. Make sure your stuff is pretty well, up the top notch here. You don't want to have tears in your straps, because they will dock you for it. We haven't, knocked on wood here, been stopped, but who knows when. As far as these controllers go, keep in mind, we've had one where somebody wired it wrong from the factory and it did not work. This was supposed to be a momentary switch, but I had to switch it out because it had some issues. But just because your controller ain't working, you might want to pull the screws out of the back or something and make sure that these wires are connected and in the right places. But besides that, it's been a great system in here. Like I said, between the wireless and the handheld, you can do a lot. I mean, they've gotten improvements on their stuff now where they got the bigger versions and the better stuff, but like I said, this is the older technology they had, but it works great. But do make sure that you have a marine battery in there. Deep cycle is, I don't care if it's lead filled, gel, AGM batteries, whatever. Make sure it's a deep cycle battery. Car batteries will not last. They do not like the hard discharge of a winch, because remember, those winches pull 250 plus amps when they're running hard, so make sure you got a battery in here that's going to handle it. But that's kind of the trailer. We did make wood sides for it, to section it off as we go down, so we're they're only about 12 inches tall. But you figure you have 12-inch size and you throw 4 yards in here, you're at 9,000 pounds. Our trucks are only rated to pull this thing at full load. So I wouldn't suggest, making it too heavy. And will this trailer hold more? Probably. But I don't ever plan on trying to pull more. I mean, when you got, at least, 10 plus, 12,000 pounds behind you, that's a lot of weight behind a vehicle. I mean, the vehicles today are designed to pull it and pull more than that on gooseneck, but I don't like having much more than that behind me on a bumper pull. That's a lot of weight sitting on the back end of your truck. Now, if this was gooseneck based, probably wouldn't be as bad, but I don't think bumper pull you're allowed to do too much more than that. I mean, I don't really know. It's been a while, but that's kind of where we're at with this. Like I said, it's in a great trailer. I want to show you guys a quick glimpse of our little one, and then I'm probably gonna have to get to work. We're almost there. It's in the front of the house. There it is. This one's got a wood deck. We added the sides just to box it in. We did the same thing. Winch inside the box. Harbor Freight. Snatch block. The box is Harbor Freight as well. Basically everything in this box is pretty much from Harbor Freight with the exception of the hitch and some of the wiring, but the battery, the winch, the straps, cargo net. There's a lot of individuals out there that give them a bad name, but quite frankly, this stuff works well if used properly and installed correctly. We added the D-rings along the side along with the strip lighting. I'll turn it on, but you're not going to see it very well. And this is, the heavy duty fenders. We did upgrade the axle with a braking axle as well. The actual trailer tires. We had to put the 2-inch square tubing on top. Because on a typical trailer you get like this, you get angle iron up here, and you get a non-braking axle. So we had everything upgraded before we bought it because we wanted to last a long time. It's got the big gate. The gate folds in, but we have to take the wood sides and the D-rings off for it to flip inward. But we don't ever expect to do that, so. Back here we also got the backup light on both sides. All LED on all of them. Here's the front of it. Same thing. Cut the ball off. The jack is original, and so is all the trailer stuff that came with it. However, I do recommend, if you're getting this trailer, keep an eye on your chain length. You know, we're going to have to lengthen our chains probably this year, because most of the time you're supposed to cross on the cradle if the ball comes off. Well, these chains, we cannot cross them, they're not long enough. We need to make them probably another 8 inches longer. So we're probably going to get some chain at some point here and make them longer to where we can cross them. And the box is mounted with Unistrut. I know I'm kind of bouncing around here, guys, but kind of how I was doing a quickie on these trailers. The spare tire has this hanger mounted. It's welded to the trailer. I guess we're going to leave it at that. Like I said, those are from Appalachians. The car trailer was, I'll take you guys inside here. Car trailer was around $7,000. Basically, yeah, it's about $7,000 for that one because of financing. Now, if you can buy it outright, you know, it'll be less. The little trailer, I think, was around, I think it was like not $1,800. I believe it was more like $2,000 to $2,800. And you know, it was worth the money. That one got delivered. We went and got the car trailer. But you know, a lot of trailer places out here. We're looking at maybe getting an enclosed trailer too. We don't know yet. But you know, buy which based on what your need is, and also trying to look into the future, what you're going to be doing. You know, don't buy a trailer just for the weekend and realize that, you know, 2 weeks later you wish you bought something bigger or heavier or something. So put some time into it before you purchase. You know, it's a big thing now. You know, we probably took us a couple of months or so before we made this purchase on this, because we wanted to make sure that whatever we bought, I love you guys out here, whatever we had bought and was going to last us years to come. Because nothing's worse than having a trailer and regretting it. You know, we're at the point where we're, you know, we might buy a bigger trailer. We're not to that point yet, but we know if we get into too much more stuff, one, we're going to have to get a bigger truck. I mean, yeah, we have the F-250, but that trailer is max weight for it, based on you know, factory info for bumper pull. And if we were to even put a gooseneck on it, we're only rated, I think, up to 14 or 16,000. So either way, we have to get a bigger truck. So keep that in mind too when you're buying, because some companies, when you buy the trailer, if you don't have a truck that they assume that is strong enough, they won't let you leave the lot either. And then we went down there to get our car trailer with our half-ton. They let us take it only because it was empty, but if, you know, if it was any bigger of a trailer, they may not have. So keep that in mind. You know, don't go down there to get a car trailer with a little, you know, SUV or a really small light-duty vehicle. They may not let you leave with it, because you've got to outweigh the trailer you're pulling. You know, with some SUVs are only maybe 5,000 pounds, you know, aren't rated for a whole lot of weight. You know, that trailer now weighs 3,000 empty, or pretty damn close. So keep that in mind too. I'm no trailer expert, I don't claim to be. I just know a couple things, and it's kept me safe, and it's kept everything we do going. But I guess that'll be about it. You know, if you guys know stuff we can add on to these trailers with and modify stuff or make things better, you know, hit me up. We're always looking to keep everything, you know, very user-friendly, very agile or versatile. There we go. That's all. You know, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.